People who have stories they want to share but have not found a question relevant to them. What are your stories? I realize this post already has over 200 comments, but writing things down feels good sometimes. When I was in college, I was dating a guy who lived in an off-campus apartment. One night when he was walking me down to the lobby to head home, there was a woman on the floor just outside the elevator. I remember she was wearing a skirt and her blouse was backwards. She was looking in her purse for her keys. We initially stepped around her to leave because we live in a city with a lot of college students, so drunk folks on the ground aren't uncommon. But something felt wrong. I turned around and went back to her and asked if she needed help. She was slurring really bad, talking about how she lived here and she needed her keys. I offered to help her get to her apartment and was eventually able to prop her up, get her in the elevator, and then down the hallway to the door number she kept repeating. I asked if she had roommates or a boyfriend, and she just kept saying he's in there. So I knocked, but no answer. I knocked super loud again, but no answer. Woman is now back on the floor and actually drooling, spitting like drunk folks do when they might throw up or have already thrown up. So she's exactly zero help. I end up going through her purse to try to find information or keys or something, because she hasn't even been able to tell me her name at this point. On top of her stuff in her purse is her underwear, balled up. I pushed it to the side and kept digging where I found the woman's work badge with her keys attached. I put the keys in the door to open it, but it doesn't work. She tells me over and over that those are the keys and they work, despite my showing her that they don't. I knock another time, but no answer. I go back into her purse to find a phone or something, and there is mail in there with her name on it, but a completely different address in a different borough of the city. My stomach drops. This woman is heavily intoxicated. Her blouse is on backwards. Her underwear is in her purse. She's been insisting that she came out of this apartment where her boyfriend lives, but nobody is answering and she lives on the other side of town. Eventually, after probably 45 minutes, I am able to get the woman to unlock her phone. Obviously, I don't know who any of the people in her contacts are, so I just call the one labeled Mom. After a few tries, Mom answers, clearly having been asleep. I explain that I am a stranger, but I have her daughter with me and I'm trying to get her home. Mom confirms the address on the envelopes is where she lives. We talk for a couple minutes and I give her my number. Next, I focus on getting a cab and bringing her home. I eventually get her inside, put her in bed, phone on the charger, and a couple bottles of water next to it and a trash bin. I send a text to her mom to let her know she's home and in bed, then I leave. The next day, I'm on the bus between classes when Mom calls me. She thanks me for helping her daughter last night and they wanted to let me know what happened. The woman went on a date with a guy she met on an app. They went and had 2 drinks at a restaurant, but the woman became insanely drunk very fast. It turns out that when she went to the restroom, he had drugged her drink when it came to the table. He took her back to his apartment and assaulted her, then dumped her in the lobby where I found her. The door we were pounding on was the rapist's door. The woman didn't remember hardly anything the next day after the drink, but she was sore and smelled latex when she went to the bathroom. If I had taken her to the hospital instead of just taking her home, she could have received treatment faster and had a report written. That day I wrote down in a Word document everything I remembered from the night before in excruciating detail. I told Mom that I did this and was willing to testify or talk to police or do anything needed of me. She said she would tell her daughter, but she just wants to move on. I texted Mom a few months later to ask how her daughter is doing, and to remind her I'm still able to provide a statement or anything else. That's the last time I talked to her. That was years ago, but whenever I get a new computer, I make sure to transfer that Word document to a safe place on it, just in case they ever came back and needed it.
And follow for more Reddit stories.